Hey guys, life got the best of me here lately. Haven't made a video in about 2 months, so I'm going to try to compile a couple short videos to catch up, show everything that we've done, and then be back on schedule. We have some pretty interesting ones coming up here in the next 2 weeks. Good morning. We're out here today. Last night when we were running beans, had this gearbox go off on the combine. We were lucky enough we found a used one that we could put on here. So went this morning, got all this taken apart. You can see this head's pretty much all the way taken apart. It looks totally different than the other side, which you can't really see right there. But getting a new gearbox on here. Should have brought a 3/4 inch ratchet wrench with me, but I did not. So got a slow, tedious time of putting this gearbox back on, about a quarter stroke at a time. This is it. We're at the end. Done with soybeans for the year. It is 11:10 in the morning, and we are bringing all the equipment back to the shop for the winter, get it all pressure washed, greased, cleaned up, ready to go in hibernation. This is the worst part right here, is this drive back from this farm. It's about 30 miles one way. And depending on traffic, it is pretty time consuming in the combine. All right, we made her back home. It took 2 hours, 3 minutes. We're getting the combine washed off the first round. Gonna go all the way around it. Sorry for the noise. Cooper's up there pressure washing. Getting the whole thing nice and clean. You gotta go around these things about 5 times to get it all. There's dirt hides in every little corner. We've washed the backside twice so far, and you can see how much he's shooting off of there. It's a messy thing. So watch out or I'm gonna get wet. We've been around the whole thing 4 times maybe. I just got done up on the 5th time on the engine bay. Ran out of gas. This will be the 3rd. It was full when we started. 3rd time we filled it up with gas. I'm gonna go around the outside one more time, make sure I didn't miss any spots, and we'll have another look. There she is. This was 1998. She'd look like a brand new machine. Be all fancy. Found a couple more spots on the last go around that had a bunch of dirt on them. But we're gonna let her dry out overnight now, and tomorrow we'll get her all greased and oiled and put her in the shed for 9 months. It's another rainy day, and this tractor was running a little bit warm, so we're gonna change the thermostat, do a few little odds and ends to it. Cranked some antifreeze out, most of it went all over the floor. We tried to catch it. We're gonna have to change that heater hose. It's all cracked up. So the thermostat is buried way deep down inside here. Zach will show you where that's at.
It's down right there. You can see there's 3 bolt holes I've already got off. And there's a metal plate over the last one. That bolt you're looking at there is the one I need to get out. But it's buried in there. Right there.
This is a 7465 Massey Ferguson, so if you ever need to change the thermostat of one of these, you can always refer back to this video.
Well, we need to get that last one out and get this hose off of there. And hopefully the thermostat's right there. And we always like it to be an easy job, but it never is. Had to take the hood off the top, as you see. Took one of these sides off. Hopefully we don't take the other side off.
So there's a heat shield right here that's got to come off. He's coming at it from the top. Very difficult to get to. We're going to take that off. Drop it. He didn't even drop it. And then once that heat shield comes off, we can get that last bolt down there on the bottom off. Is there more than 2 bolts on that thing? That's going down the whole shit. So we got all the bolts out. Thermostat lifts up pretty easily. We're gonna change it.
That's the wrong thing.
Zach dropped a ratchet. He's trying to, or not ratchet, a socket. He don't know where it's at down here. It was a 10 millimeter too, so them things are gone.
And of course, you asked when we drive it.
We got the old thermostat out. Bad thing is, I'm not convinced that thing's bad, so I'm not sure why we were having intermittent overheating issues. Seems fine to me. I'm not the most mechanically inclined person, but it seems like it works just fine. The new one, he's holding it here. It works just like the old one does. I mean, they both work. I'm not sure what it is. So we're gonna replace a couple of O-rings in here. Put the new thermostat in. See if we can't get this piece back on. Getting her all back together. Took us a few minutes to figure out where this big O-ring went, because that thing, the old one was so smashed in there that you couldn't even tell that it was an O-ring. It looked like just solid metal. And we were talking about, we figured there was a gasket there, and we were surprised there wasn't. That sucker. And that one there, we might have fun trying to make it fit. We got her back in there, kind of hard to see. Got that O-ring in. Getting ready to start tightening everything back down. Got about 2.5 foot of extensions going down there to that bolt. And after that, all I gotta do is put this on, fill it back up with antifreeze, we should be good. So we got the thermostat back in, and the hose that goes directly into it back on. We're gonna change this hose over here that goes to the heater core. That was all cracked up. He's got a new one over there. We did run into a little problem with the thermostat, putting it back in. We can't get one of the bolts tight. And it doesn't make any sense because like we finger tightened it down, then we put a 1/4 inch ratchet on it, and like it just never got tight. So we're not sure what's going on there. We're gonna put it back together and see if it leaks. All right, we got the engine running, no leaks, everything's good. The temperature on the inside, thing's got the new hose on there. Engine temperature is up in the operating range. It's gonna be hard to get it any higher than that with no load on here, just sitting here idling. But I'd say everything's pretty good. Another thing we got going on in here is that the blower motor doesn't seem to be working. We got everything on. No airflow. I have to edit that out. No airflow coming out of the blower engine. Whenever we kick on the AC compressor, we can tell it kicks on, so we know there's power up here. We're trying to figure out if we got a bad switch right here or what we got going on. There's a whole array of fuses down in here. We think everything's good. There's one relay that's a little warm, but it's for the air conditioner, so I'm gonna switch these 2 relays because they're the same and see if that will make it kick on. Well, the next thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to come up here and take off this access port to get to the blower motor and stuff. Get that all checked out and see why that's not working. Next project on this tractor is these batteries are from 2019, so we're gonna change them, but probably just not quite yet. Combine has brand new batteries in it, so we might take those brand new batteries out of the combine and put in here, because it seems like every year the batteries in the combine go bad after it sits for a whole year. But we're gonna change the kill switch, put a new kill switch on here. This one quit working. Just like that, we got our new kill switch on. Even put the fancy key on. That's on, that's off. Just let that hang on there. And take this extra key that they send with it and Probably put it on the keychain of the tractor just in case that ever would come off for some reason or somebody'd steal it or something. I don't know. Well, it is 3 days later, and the new switch came in, and that solved all the problems. So all the air conditioning problems we were having was simply a bad switch. That makes me pretty happy. You won?
Yeah.
I feel like I won.
No, yours was spinning.
Oh.